Oh, hey there again. David Johnson coming to you from Superior Lapidary in the great north woods of Wisconsin. I'm getting out of the lapidary shop, going to my garage. I've got a project to work on with my electric chair. Oh, yeah, I got an electric chair. You always see me in my manual chair, but I do have a backup one. It is electric, battery operated, I should say. Right here, it's an old Quantum. One of the nicest things in the world. I was at an event, and this old timer came up to me and just politely asked, says, "Can I ask you about something?" And I said, "Sure, go ahead." And I knew what the typical questions were going to be, and he says, instead of the typical questions, it was, "Hey, could you use a battery powered chair? I've got one, and we don't need it in our family anymore, and I was wondering if you would like it. And if you would like it, I could bring it to your house tomorrow or whatever you want to do." And I thought about it. I says, "Well, I sure could use one." And by golly, the next day he showed up and he gave me this chair. So far, all I've had to do for it was put a couple batteries in it, and but I've been running it for a couple years. I use it mainly for yard work. That's the primary reason, and going to big outdoor events, which I very seldom do, where I've got tons of area to cross. So anyway, I'll show you what I'm going to do. That's enough of the backstory. I've just got to change the back tires. Let's take a look at them. Basically a couple of casters. Okay, there's a close-up of the back tires right there. If you can't see the problem, I'll describe it to you. Now these are a solid tire, so I'm not worried about if you get stuck anywhere. If they pop, that really isn't going to happen. But all the rubbers come off of the surface of them. So I'm just going to change those out today, hopefully. As long as I can get this bolt out, if I can get enough weight off of here, I don't know. I'll figure it out one way or another. I went online to look for them, and fortunately, there was just some remnants of the tire size left on these. They're a 220 by 200 by 50. Excuse me, yeah, 200 by 50. So that's about an 8-inch tire. I went online and started poking around as one does. And I found a pair of these, and they were shipped to me literally within 24 hours, which is crazy. They're like 27 bucks a piece, and yeah, they were delivered. They also come with new bolts and the most fantastic wrenches you could ever use. So we're going to see if it came with the right bolt and everything, the right size. So this certainly isn't a big deal, changing out tires that have a nut and a bolt. The hard part is reaching. And I can reach one wrench down there pretty well, but getting two of them isn't the easiest. So let's see if I can get the ground to help me out a little here. There we go. So I started this project at about 2:45. For this particular application, I'm using 13 millimeter wrenches. One first bearing fell off. We may have to find something to lift this up a little bit. We're going to see how it turns out. Washer. That was what's left of what was written on there for my tire size. Going by application was somewhat ambiguous, so. Both bearings still spin. This came with one lock washer and 6 flat washers. It's kind of an odd amount. But the 2 washers that were on here were very thick. got a variety of pieces and parts here to fashion a lift. Okay, got that jacked up. We'll see if it's high enough. No, not really. I gotta go higher. All right, we're going 4 by now. Eighth of an inch away. Yeah, I'm so close. I was hoping to not have to use a jack, but we may have to. So let's see if there's a different place we're going to put this. That might work. It's heavier because it goes to the front casters where all the weight is going, right at that critical point where I need the lift. That's not safe. It's on by a thread. It's there, but it could come off. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the problem. Right there, I've got it resting on there. But I don't want my fingers anywhere near there. If I get stuck under here for the rest of the day, my wife is going to be angry. I'll show you one other thing. It's going to make the installation a little difficult. If you can look through where the bearing is, you can see there's a, I don't know, bushing or whatever in the middle. And that thing moves around. I don't know how I'm going to get that in the center. I suppose from the other side. try this. It should be bad. I never did check the width of that compared to the old wheel. That's kind of important. I think I need something like a nail, possibly, to lift that center shaft up. I'll be right back. Alright, I picked up a 16 penny nail. That might be the answer to this whole mess. What's in there? Okay, I'm halfway through. And on this side, I think I'm going to put in the original washer, the thick washer. Oh, wow, I don't know how I'm going to get that in there. Now, I don't know how I'm going to get a washer in here. And I should be down on my knees doing this, but if I get down there, I'll never get back up. Yeah. Okay, it's through. Lock washer. Now this has just got a lock washer. The other one had a castle nut style. Alright, well that goes round and round. Now the only trouble is on the other side, the other tire's on the ground just because it's leaning in that direction. So I got to see if I can repeat that. Anyway, I got half the project on, and it's only been 23 minutes. Learned a few things. Hopefully the second half will go easier. Height-wise, oh yeah, there's quite a bit of difference here. Yeah, and I don't know if I lost that much on this one or not, but man, they're vastly different. Certainly 3/4 of an inch different. Either way, it's fine. All right, let's try side number 2. Oh, I see. It does tilt on, well, that helps. Oh, yeah. I'm in good shape. I'm in good shape. That is before I'm going to put a wrench on here, and hopefully the ground is going to assist me. You know, this is real world stuff I'm doing. I can't afford to just go out and pay people to do all these things for me. You know, I do sometimes, it's obvious, but other times you're better off just muscling through it yourself, getting things done. Washers, all 6 of them. You're gonna do in the parts bin. So there goes that. I'm taking one of those original thick washers. These are double thickness. I just like them better. And they fit. Not a fan of working this far down, I'll tell you. Start it. I got to take the nail, move that shaft up. Good. That's halfway in. Now I got to get this other little one on there, man. I don't know. It was tough last time, but I got her. Really got to be in the right position to reach all this stuff. Whew. Squeezing some stuff in my belly that shouldn't be squeezed. All right, that went in. I'm so thankful that went in easily. Hey, there we are now. If I can just get it down without, I know. Okay, 4, 3. There we are. All right, there we are. I consider that a success. I got these ugly old wheels off of my electric chair, replaced them with some brand new ones. And yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'm stoked. All told, I was into it for about 40 minutes. So for all you folks out there using your electric chairs, maybe this is a project you can do or do with a little bit of help. Certainly anybody with a couple of wrenches and maybe a little leverage can do it. I'll help you out. But that's all I have for today. I could retire these bad boys. They serve me well, and but that's the end of them. There's nothing to save out of these. That's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up. Ask some questions if you like. I'll be glad to correspond with you down in the notes. And hit the like button. Subscribe if you like. I'll be doing some more oddball things this summer besides lapidary work, which is the main focus of what I do. So, until next time.